Oh, hello, Summer. Could you tell me about a big life transition that you have gone through and how you overcame it?
So yeah, I my big life transition would have to be when I came to the U.S. from Syria. Yeah, because it's a whole new world out here. Yeah.
I understand. So, was it just you moving here, or was it your family?
No, my whole family came here, and we're living together right now too. Yeah, we're a family of six.
Wow.
Yeah.
You come from a big family like I do.
Yeah.
So, what was your first experience like here? Like when you first moved to America?
It was tough. I didn't know the language. I didn't know anybody. We didn't like I mean, our family. We didn't know anyone here, so it was kind of tough getting used to how life works here and like how to get adapted to the environment here.
Were there like any big negative impacts you felt like when you moved here?
Yeah, definitely. I just felt lonely because I didn't speak the language. Even when I went to school, like the first year, I was still trying to learn the language, so I didn't really know anybody. So that's how I felt like lonely and felt like I'm never gonna know anybody. Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate to that. Well, not personally relate to that because clearly from America. But do you feel like since you've moved here, you've like transitioned into mainstream like America, like, or do you still keep with like some of the cultural aspects of Syria?
I think it's a little bit of both. Like I know how to like obviously speak the language now, but like I still eat Middle Eastern food
Yeah.
and like celebrate whatever is like used to be there, but I'm still like celebrating what the US celebrates and like taking days off and Thanksgiving and everything. We didn't used to have that in Syria, but we I do that now with my family since we're living here. So yeah.
Do you feel like you affiliate with any certain religion or
Um, Not really. I've never been a religious person. My family's not a religious family. We never like really prayed for anything. I guess I just believe in God, but that's about all.
yeah, I
Yeah.
can understand that.
Mhm.
Um, so tell me who makes up your family. Are you like a big extended family or?
Just me and I have two older sisters, one older brother, and my mom and dad.
Oh, that's really nice. um, did you feel discouraged at any point during the transition of moving here?
Yeah, like the first year of us coming here, and then I went to the elementary school and I was being bullied by like other students because I didn't really know how to speak to them. So they just started like bullying me. So I was really discouraged about that. Didn't know how to handle
Man, that sounds like really tough. I mean, especially nowadays where kids like are have the bullying mentality, and I'm
it.
so
Yeah.
sorry you went through something like that. Do you have any like real close friends or people who support you from your day to day life?
Yeah, I would have to say my best friend. She came here from Turkey, so but she lives here now, and she's been really helpful because she knows what it was like to come here and not know the language. So we're kind of like we support each other that way.
That's really
Yeah.
nice. That's really good to hear that people from other countries really like link up together.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in your case, you're like, well, we're going to link up because we've
Mm-hmm.
learned the language, we've kind of
Yeah.
got the culture,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to, work together.
Yeah.
So, how old were you when you actually moved to the U.S.?
I was 12 years old, I think. I'm not sure. That was 2009. So yeah, 11 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that must have been a big like shock to the system to like move here at 12 instead of like people who come like when they're like 4 or 5.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was like already in Iraq because that's where I'm originally from, and then went to Syria. That's I was in school learning Arabic, like talking and speaking and like writing it. writing essays too, and then
Yeah.
I come here and I don't even know the alphabets. So that was like, whoa,
Wow.
I don't know what to do here.
Yeah, that man. I guess for us, we take it for granted that like a lot of people don't know like the English language. They know their home country. So, do you like remember a lot about Iraq, or were you too little?
Iraq, not really. Like I know our house, like I still remember my room and everything, but not much. In Syria, I do remember like the streets and walking around and eating delicious food, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you have any relatives that are still over in Syria or Iraq?
Our relative, yeah, I have my uncle in Iraq, but other than that, our family, like my mom's and dad's family, are kind of everywhere in Europe, everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have a very like diverse family. Like they're spread out
Yeah.
all over,
All over, yeah.
which is really nice. How do you feel like growing up here it has shaped you into the person that you are now?
I would have to say because here it's focused on more on the individual, so I started being like individualistic as well. So let's do this, I'm gonna succeed in this, I'm gonna go there so I can benefit my future. Where instead in Syria we focus more on like we as a family, how we do things. So I'm kind of both right now. I focus on myself, but I also take into consideration my family and what they want to do. So that's, I think, how it shaped me here.
Wow, that's really cool. So tell me about your childhood. What did you do in Syria that's different than what you did here?
In Syria, it was more like it was simple because we lived in a small town and everyone knew each other. No one rarely had cars. We walked around everywhere, and I would play with the kids, like our neighbors. So I see it here differently because here, like, people don't even know their neighbors,
Yeah.
and nobody walks around. They just drive everywhere. But whereas over there, we used to like just go walking to the grocery store or shopping. So that's kind of different. Like over there is more people, and right here it's more on yourself.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So could you tell me who supported you during your like big transition here? Did you have like, I don't know, a host family or somebody who helped your parents through the process of actually moving here?
Well, we came here through the IRC. That's the International Refugee Committee. Yeah, a rescue committee. Yeah,
Okay.
and so they helped us like get all the paperwork done legally to come here. But when we came here, it was just my aunt. She helped my dad, like know how to get around, like how to go to the grocery store, how to get his driver's license so he can get places. But other than that, we had to start learning by ourselves how to like live here.
So, since you came with the IRC, did you have to go to like a camp at first, or was it just straight from your house in Syria transition into a house here?
So through the IRC, we flew into Arizona, and then they put us in an apartment. And then after like 6 months, they said, "Oh, you're on your own now that you're adapted to the country. So you're free to like go look for jobs and go get registered for school." So it was just a 6 months period that they would check on us, and then other than that, it was just ourselves. Yeah.
How did that make you feel like once they were like, okay, now you guys are on your own?
It was scary because we still didn't know anything here, so it was kind of scary that we had to experience that. Like we didn't know anywhere.
Yeah.
And we didn't know any friends, or it was just my aunts, and we're not that close to her, so she just kind of showed up the first 2 weeks, and that was it.
Oh my gosh.
So we had to like learn how to live here by ourselves.
Do you feel like you've grown a lot going through this experience?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It showed me like how people are different, and now I'm more supportive of the people who come here at first because I know what it's like to be lonely and what it's like to not know the language.
Yeah.
So I kind of support them, show them where to go, tell them you're not alone, it's okay, you can do this. I did this, you can do it.
Yeah. Wow. It sounds like you've learned quite a bit since you came. Do you feel like college has been like a different learning curve than when it was like high school or middle school?
And here or
Being, here.
Yeah, it's more diverse, definitely. It's not like the same people who live there going to the same school. Here at ASU, it's like different people from different states, different even countries come here to learn. So it's more a diverse population, and you get to like meet new people who speak different languages, who are older than you or way younger than you. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, most definitely. Was there something that motivated your parents to make this big transition to moving here?
It was just not safe for us anymore over there because it was just religious intolerance. If we're not Muslims, so because of that, we kind of felt like we're not safe there anymore. Yeah, that's about like the only reason we came here. It wasn't safe.
Yeah, most definitely. You got to feel safe in your own neighborhood, in your home.
Mm-hmm.
With the current political administration, do you feel safe in this country with the way things have been going?
Before we got our citizenship, we didn't, but now since we're like official American citizens, I don't feel I'm not safe because I'm an American.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotcha. So how do you see yourself since this transition? Do you see yourself stronger or weaker, or how do you feel?
I would say stronger, just because I learned new things and I overcame like the difficulties of coming here and not knowing the language. So stronger in the sense of learning a new language and meeting new people and trying hard to actually get used to it and not giving up and saying, oh, I'm gonna go back because I don't know anybody.
Yeah, I feel you. Do you think there was ever a moment where you were like, no, I think we made a mistake, we need to go